You can't hear my iPad, can you, next to me?
I can hear like some sort of audio cutting
down.
in. But yeah.
I'll turn it down.
No worries, man. No worries. Cool.
We're live. Hello,
Yeah,
guys.
We're good. Hello, everyone. Hello. But we've got 15 minutes for the game starts, which I don't think we usually start this early, but probably good to talk about quite a few things, including the team pre-match, what we think the score will be, transfer market news, Kyle Walker, and any other bits really that we want to cover. But yeah, what do you think? I'm going to sort of dip in and out because I do want to grab a beer before this game starts. But what do you think of the starting 11, Loz? What do you reckon?
I mean, look, we've got Jimenez on right, playing right wing, right?
No. He's gone for the the 4-man midfield formation. So it's basically. Let me see if I can scroll this down.
Yeah, that's it. Let me have a look.
Yeah, cool. So let's start with. Where's Milan? I'll get to Milan. Do I have to?
You have to go at the top. Cool. Yeah,
cool. So we've gone for a typical back line.
Benacer, Fonfana playing together. Interesting.
Yeah. So Xiao's injured, so Gabia's come in. So Tomori's got his fifth start under Conceicao, which is interesting considering the fact that Juve are trying to offer 30 mil for the signing for him. So he's got basically every game he's been starting for Conceicao, and obviously they had that meeting midweek where rumors have it that Conceicao is basically saying that he'd be furious if Tomori's sold.
Especially to Juve.
Yeah, especially to you. We can come on to that in a sec, but
yeah.
But obviously the rest of we have 4 natural centre midfielders here, where Musa's obviously being deployed as sort of a right-sided midfielder, right wing back, and obviously doing a lot of legwork there to create some balance. I've got my theory on what this team will look like before it even starts. Reinders is finding himself probably in a more advanced position, and obviously Benacer gets another start and hopefully a shift to kind of get some fitness back into his legs. And then obviously Tammy up front with Morata.
I like seeing Tammy. Obviously, I know it's because of the suspension, but I like to see that because
for sure,
highly ineffective.
Yeah, Morata's obviously suspended, but he's been woeful as of late. And then Liao obviously starts up front with him. And then if we look hard, I guess the bench is on the side as well. I know notable players on the bench. Obviously Jimenez is about. I'm not sure if Loftus-Cheek has been fit enough to make the bench, to be fair. Let me just double check through live scores. So Jimenez makes the bench. Jovic is back in the squad now. I think this is just from desperation of not having many attackers. You got the likes of Pavlovic, Kevin Zaroli, Calabria, Terracciano, Camarda, Bob Murphy's there again. So not a lot, Bartesaghi. So it's a combination of the youth Primavera Futuro players in combination with the what's left of the rest of our squad. But yeah,
can I just make a comment? That bench, it stinks. Like if you read, objectively, like I know there's context to it, but if you listen to what you just said, I'm not hating on these players. It's bad, isn't it? It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why I've been furious with our activity so far, because Pulisic is obviously dealing with some fatigue here, has not been able to make the squad. I think it's the wise decision to do so. We're at a point right now where if we risk him and he gets injured, even if he plays 20 minutes, he'll be gone for like a month at least. So, short-term pain for long-term gain here. And then I think the issues is more to do with Chukwueze still being injured for probably another week and a half, 2 weeks. Okafor, the deal went bust with him to go into Leipzig, but he's still kind of being potentially pushed out of the squad. And also, I don't know, has he got an injury? Is that why they said no to him, Leipzig? So from an attacking perspective, we're at bare bones. Morata's obviously suspended as well, but even having another centre forward, on top of Camarda, on top of Jovic, would probably be. It's the wingers' positions where we're really light, and obviously Jimenez is trying to do a job there as a backup. And in midfield, what's quite noticeable here is that with Loftus-Cheek injured, playing 4 centre midfielders from the starting formation, if one of them gets down injured, that's our. Other than Jimenez coming on, what else do we have to offer? It's a big ask for someone like Kevin Zaroli. I know Terracciano can do a job there in one of the deeper positions, but we are lacking depth off the bench. And we probably have even only got spots really for the defensive positions, but I don't really want to see Pavlovic come on unless we need to. And then Calabria for Emerson. We really have to make work with this starting formation, which makes me think we're going for more of a stabilized squad to hopefully not allow Juventus to take the lead, because I think at that point, especially with no depth off the bench in the attacking positions, we're going to be up against it. So we really, it's probably going to be one of those sort of boring games. And equally, if we look at their side, we're probably going to expect exact same sort of output from their starting 11s. If we kind of shift onto that, you have Di Gregorio. I'm not quite sure why Michele's at right back. He usually plays left back. Cambiasso's at the right side. You've got Kalulu and Gatti once again in the centre back position. Very similar front midfield five that played against us in the Super Cup. So Kefen Thuram, Locatelli is a deeper position, double pivot midfielders. Koopmeiners in the middle, Yildiz on the right, and Bangula on the left. But in this time, instead of Vlahovic, who I think is fit enough to make the bench.
He's not starting. Interesting.
He's not. Yeah. I mean, I think there's also...
Not that I'm worried about him, to be honest. But
yeah. I think there's a bit about him potentially being shifted as well in January. So,
Really? In January?
Well, yeah, you've heard rumours here and there. Maybe it's at Arsenal, but I think fans have got fed up with him as well, and his lack of contributions to goals and
highest paid player in the league. So
yeah. I mean, So basically, they've gone for Gonzalez up front, so that'll be interesting. So both teams look like they're basically going for work rate formations, work rate starting 11s, and I'm actually expecting a very ugly game. Sad as it sounds.
Too. We think a draw, don't we, mate? We think a draw.
I think a draw, but I think the problem is both teams cannot do with a draw. We need to get a win here. They need to get a win here. I mean, that a win for either side here, even just against each other, is probably a lot. We talk about 6 points.
It's a 6-pointer in a top four. Yeah, 100%.
It's literally 6 pointer.
We go level on points with them and a game in hand if we win this. Exactly. That's huge. I mean, I don't know what you think about that. These two formations, these two starting 11s. Well,
which one do you think is the favourite right now? If you look at both of them,
first of all, I just want to say, Scott, thank you. Everyone, get your comments in, get your predictions in as well, because we're curious to know what you guys think. But asking me, mate, I think, oh God, if I'm honest, I think on paper Juve should be the favourites because they're at home. I'm not saying that they're a juggernaut at home, but you've got that home advantage, albeit Juve Stadium's not particularly, boisterous or anything like that. But I think they have much more of a balanced team than us on paper. That's what I'm more scared about, if anything. Again, Juve aren't a scary team, but I think with the context of the Super Cup, that's what worries me. We have better individual talent. I still think Rafa's by far the best player out of the two teams playing right now. And if he did what he did against, is it Cagliari? Was it Cagliari the last game? Como, sorry. Yeah, thank you. The C's are confusing me. If he turns on like that, then he's by far going to blow them away. But if I'm honest, I think Juve are the favourites, I would say. But yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah, cool. I think it's going to be tough because they're going to do their best to. You made a good point. I think we have the best players on the pitch. If you kind of look at individuals like. I think Ryan is playing it from I think he's better than Koopmeiners right now. I think
100%.
Koopmeiners has been awful this season. Leao's better than whoever they have up front. Teo Hernandez is obviously is a massive threat as well. Even as centre backs as well. I fancy our pairing compared to their pairing. I just think it's going to be obviously they have home field advantage, if you can call it that, but. I'm more worried about us making stupid mistakes. Mike's made 2 errors in the last 2 games with the goals he's conceded. Although he's been fantastic, I want to make that crystal clear. But Mike's been obviously prone to these easy saves that he should have made, which have led to goals for Cagliari and for Como. I think it's moments like that, really set pieces. Really, if we keep ourselves strong, and I'm hoping this formation allows for that. We don't give too much away. That. It's going to come down to those moments. And I think that's where, with hard work and with, just attacking quality, the likes of Leao, Hopefully Tammy has a great game as well. We can produce something. Reinders as well, very tricky, but we cannot find ourselves in the sort of battle of getting, bookings and going down to 10 men potentially, stupid goals, set pieces, etc., etc. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think we can edge it. I really think we can edge it 1-0, 2-1. But for me, we cannot go behind. We cannot be going.
No, I completely agree with you. I don't see Juve having any what I would say match win, like game changers. I don't look at that squad and think, the Coop Miner's not the Coop Miners that was at Atalanta at the moment, and he would probably be the player that I would be most scared of, to be perfectly honest. My strikers don't bother me. Yildiz is quality, do not get me wrong, but I think if we're smart about how we mark him, I'm not worried. I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on. If we go a goal down, then I'm worried about it.
Obviously, we're laughing about going a goal down. We've won all our games.
That's so true. But it is Juve though, and I don't think we're going to get the luck that we got in the Super Cup game. That's not going to happen.
I think we're really going to miss Pulisic tonight. I mean, that goes without saying. It's. I mean, as much as we're going to miss a lot of attacking players, I think we can. Juventus have obviously drawn a lot of games recently, and it's quite laughable. 12 games I think out of 19 or something like that they've drawn or something like that in City. That's crazy. But someone said, I think it was Ollie, and we were talking to Isaac. How they played against the Atalanta the other day was they weren't scrubs. They were just you kind of think they should have come away with a result there. So it's not as if they're playing poor and getting draws. Yes, they should be doing a lot better considering the amount of money they spent and some of the players on display. But it's not as if they are absolutely trash here. So we have to kind of give them some respect here in this game, which I think was what we're doing with this formation. Hence, we're not playing like Jimenez, and I think that's where Jimenez can have some importance. Get him off the bench, hopefully with with some players on booking, some leggy players. Both of ourselves and Juventus have played a lot of games recently, back to back every 3 days. Jimenez has got that speed, he's got that shift of pace, and I'm hoping he can produce something come off the bench if we really need it for that.
Jimenez definitely can do something. I agree. He'll get at them if we can get him on.
Yeah, hope. Yeah, I mean he's due a goal. Bless him. He's had a few moments, but the players are coming out now. I can see him in a tunnel here. The stadium is incredible here. The way it's panning over. Some really good scenes here. Shame that the players on display and the game's probably not going to be as good as it matches.
Steph, let's try and link up, because I don't think I'm actually that behind you. But let's see if we can link up. I might be about 30 seconds behind, so I'll give you the. You guys walking out. Okay, I'll tell you. It shouldn't be more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But I'll let you know. And
I'm going to sort out this bloody scoreboard.
And also, I'm only here for the first half, guys. I'm going out after this, but just wanted to join because it's a big game and there's so much talking points. Stefano and I will be recording pub chat tomorrow. So those that are on the Discord and Substack and all that stuff, look forward to that hopefully tomorrow when that's out. But get your predictions in. Go through some of the comments in a moment. Kyle Walker's obviously going to be the big talking point with him, I think, basically confirmed, right? You know better than me. I've been out all day. I don't know, but I'm hearing that he's basically coming now. It's pretty much confirmed at this point.
Yeah. I think there's rumours of whether it's a 6-month loan with a right to buy. I think one nominal fee, a couple mil, and then right to buy.
It's not obligation. Option to buy.
Maybe an option. I'm not too sure. I mean, until it comes out, it's always going to be rumors. I thought, we initially thought it was going to be in the free, and then we're going to sign him for a 2.5-year contract. As long as he comes in, whatever it is, both deals potentially, I'm all game for. I mean, we both said the ideal. I think because of his age and because of the question marks on the lack of pace and his really poor 6 months that he's had, maybe a loan with the right to buy in the summer is a good deal, because then we could just see what he's like, and we don't have to sort of commit to a lot of money on that wage book, basically. And equally kind of set up a deal that's maybe just for you go year to year, basically, and then we can basically pivot away from Walker when we feel like he's got no more value for us. But look, if he comes in, he's a captain, still currently the club captain for Man City. He's the captain for England. People are really crapping on him as a profile, saying he's all pace in his game. We're talking about someone here as a winner, and I think you cannot take that for granted. We can have these amazing talents in the world. Yeah, don't get me wrong. And we've done that over the years, and we've scouted some really good players. and we also scout some really bad players. But you can put them on a pitch, but you can't teach and you can't quickly adapt to having a winning mentality. And that's something that you do need players who are serial winners. And whether you like it or not about someone like Kyle Walker, you don't like his personality, you don't like these things off the pitch. The guy has won 17 trophies in 7 years for Man City.
Yeah.
The focal point of that side, playing a lot of games. He played 50 games last season for Man City with that side. He is an immediate upgrade at right back, whether you think he's washed or not. Our right back position is disastrous. I think he'd suit the league. I think there's a lot of benefit he can add for this side. And yeah, is he the long-term answer? No. Is he the medium-term answer? No. But fuck me, I bet everyone would be complaining if he went to Inter Milan. And that's the
that's what I was going to say. 100%. I'm not massive on the Walker signing, but at the same time, I do find it ironic. I'm happy that he would be coming, especially on this, especially with an option. I think it gives us a lot of flexibility. I think we can afford a couple million to pay on loan, even if we could get him for free now. I think that gives us a bit more flexibility. But you're spot on. We complain about Inter signing a Cherby and Darmian and Mkhitaryan.
How old is he? 36, 37?
But we complain about quality. We need a bit of that. We need a bit of that. I'm with you.
And like he is a CUNT. But at the end of the day, we need more players like that because we've been privy to being too nice over the years. We have too many nice players. Conceicao is an arsehole. Everyone that talks about him is an arsehole. He just cares about winning. And you know what? I think someone like Walker is perfect for someone like him because he's someone on the pitch who can deliver that message.
But you don't want him, but you need him. I like this comment. Sorry.
But there's this amazing clip from last season. Bear in mind, last season, I think they're playing against Sheffield United. He's made a mistake. They go a goal down. Kickoff, by the way, guys. And basically, he near enough gives away a goal. And he's kicking the advertising board, and within minutes, he's basically like the focal point of them getting back into that game, essentially turning the game around. Something like that is just like I fucking love stuff like that because it's just like you see a lot of players shell up when it comes to going down a goal, and I fully believe Conceicao's mentality is what's gotten us back into these games by going a goal down. But we need more players on the pitch who can resemble that. But yeah, anyway, let's wait until he comes in before we kind of comment on the deal.
Steph, I'm just gonna just ask you. I'm on just hitting 41 seconds.
Okay, I'm on 40,
54, 44, 45, 46.
Okay,
so you tell me.
I'm about 10 seconds ahead. I'm just gonna slab it down.
All right, but 55, 56, 57, 58. Just hit a minute.
All right, cool. All right, we're good. We're level now.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Ghost, I know you typically have a faster stream than all of us. You're very good, but dodgy Wi-Fi. So if you could please keep spoilers down, if possible.
We're not that far behind tonight. We're only a few seconds, but it's
we're good. We're good.
Let's have a look at some of the. I just Noir did tell us ages ago. I think we were on the stream together about Omar Mamouche. The bloke's going for like 80 million. What a baller! Not a sort of player we can sign, unfortunately.
Nice try, Ghost, with the goal thing. Yeah, nice try.
Yeah,
nice
Juve are actually already attacking though. First minute. Good kicks.
Yeah. On this game, I actually put a bet on Bet Builder on mostly like corners and great ball.
Go on.
Did
Who's that? Tijani. Go on.
You got available. Great ball.
Oh! Yeah, nice.
The cheek that nearly worked out there.
Mate, Rafa's on sauce.
Yeah, it's really good interplay there, isn't it? From Reinders and I was going to say, sorry, before the game started, I was my view on the formation basically was that it's basically alludes to kind of like a back five in defense. We've seen it very typically as of late, even when Chukwueze was playing. Moose is going to hug that touchline. He's going to give protection to Emerson. He's going to tuck in a little bit more Emerson to help the back two, and then Taylor's going to have more license to roam moving forward. And then you've got Benacer, Fofana, and Tigi obviously rotating, but it should be Benacer and Fofana being the deeper ones, which allows, as you've seen there, Reinders to have those marauding ones going forward to link up with Tammy and Leao, which literally looks like it. It's obviously a 4-2-3-1 in certain points, but it can be more of a back five at times. But yeah, good start.
It is good start, and I don't mind a team like Juve having the ball. To be honest, I really don't. They don't scare me in possession at all. They scare
I
me on
must have gotten
crosses
that
and
wrong
things like
about
that.
McKennie. I must have got it wrong about McKennie. He actually is playing at right back.
Yeah, he's playing right. He's been playing right back most of the season, I believe.
He played left back against in the Super Cup, but I think it
Fullback
was
anyway. Fullback.
Yeah, it's because Thingy, is it Savona or something like that? He's a natural right back, whereas Cambiasso is obviously a left back at trade. Great tackle there from Emerson. Starts off the
Lovely.
counter. Oh,
Go
well,
on, Royale.
Tammy,
You watch Royale become actually good now that Walker's coming in. You watch. Hilarious.
We want Bob Ghost. I don't know, man. Maybe in the second half.
We
yes,
want
I put a
Bob.
bet. I put a bet on things like corners and fouls, basically, in this game. And I put a lot in fouls, basically. I put like, I'll let you know once some of these might start coming in, because I think if it's going to be a cagey game, fouls are going to start racking up. And I've literally got a little notepad here.
Go on.
So I've done.
Go on,
Tell
us.
Juventus 3 corners, Milan 4 corners.
Okay.
I have done shots, and that's not shots on target. Teo 1. I've done fouls. I put Kefin Thuram 1, Gatti 1, Emerson 1, Abraham 1, because I think he's going to come back and defend quite a lot. And then I put Tomori and Teo getting 2 each. All of that in combination basically was like 100 to 1. But yeah, I slapped a tenner
how much
on that.
Did you put on? A tenner. Okay,
nice. On it. I was
like,
I need something. I need something.
Those are ETBs. You'll be laughing then.
Yeah, exactly. But let's see. And then I've also got like a bookings bet because I like £2.50 in my other account, and then I put a booking for Tomori, Fofana, and Thuram. But let's see. That was good. Guys. I can't remember what the return was. That.
I actually think this is a great comment as well. I just want to mention this, aka the first loss for Juventus this season by our hands will be a massive boost to our confidence and put pressure on them. I think obviously both teams need to win this game, but this is so important for us to win. Like we go level on points with a game in hand, and we are the ones that have only beaten Juve in the league, plus having beaten them in the Supercoppa. That'd be a huge swing of momentum that I think we would need, especially when you contextualize the fact, Steph, that we are genuinely a weakened side. We're a weakened side. They're not. Ooh. They're basically at full strength. We're looking really hot on transition, aren't we? Oh, yeah. Di Gregorio flapping about. I'm liking the Benacer Fofana midfield at the moment. They're sort of holding it down. I'm liking that.
I said in the chat before this morning. I think Benacer. Oh, there you go. Great work.
Oh, lovely, Benny. Lovely.
I think Benacer. I was saying this morning.
Poor pass.
I think he. That's good from Leao. Benacer, I think, is instrumental in this game because I think they're going to target him because knowing that he's not back to full fitness is an easy person to go after with the way that they press through the midfield. And if he can beat the press, and we know Benacer can at full fitness, but obviously as he's still working to that, if he can beat that press and the way he passes through the lines, he's a difference maker in a game like this where, look, you can see they're not giving much away from a formation perspective. Whereas if he has a bad game, we're going to lose possession and find ourselves in transition for them quite a lot. So for me, Benacer is pivotal in this game because he allows us to control the tempo a lot more. And look, good start so far, but obviously there's a lot further to go on.
We have discussed Kyle Walker.
Yeah, good spot on that one. Yeah, we've discussed the Kyle Walker transfer. I think we're pretty happy with it. The end of the day, look at that bench. There's not a lot there to work with. We need players of quality, and I think he adds that.
I don't think he's actually crazy expensive either. I don't mind paying if he's on a similar wage to Tammy Abraham, and he's a far better player than Tammy Abraham is. So
yeah,
I've got no problem with that. And I said, I think just I know I've already said this, but just for those joining, I am actually more happy. Oh shit, Juve on the edge of the box. Oh, over the net. Mbagala. I'm happier that, because there's rumours that we we're going to get him on the free and give him a straight up deal. But I don't mind, especially with the winning of the Super Cup. We've probably got a spare 2 or 3 million. I'm happy for us to pay a loan fee for a couple of mil. And it just gives us that option just in case he comes and it's like tactically doesn't fit, isn't up to fitness or whatever it might be. But then if he's great, then we've got that cheap option. Give him that 2-year contract. Happy days. So I think it's a win-win deal. It really is.
Yeah, just lastly, the age we picked up on that as well. You know, I think one thing we haven't mentioned is we've signed players in the past around this age, and they've added a lot of value to us. I think with that age, you got to think about the other things, like the benefits. He is a captain for that side. I've seen us sign players in the past. I remember when we signed Massimo Oddo from Lazio.
Good shout.
He was a fantastic player as an addition to an aging Cafu side, and obviously helped us win the Champions League. But what he did add to us was he was a captain for Lazio. So it's just like as a workman-like mentality, a professionalism, a decor that you kind of have, and you add to that changing room. And yes, he added that to a team of winners and leaders anyway, but that just makes it even more easier to kind of allow yourself to settle in. Whereas I think we need someone like Walker to come in straight away and add something that
Benessere. Oh, that is a foul. Come on.
I haven't got
nice.
Coop Miners on my list, but it's fine. That could have been one to add. But sorry,
Benessere's been looking. He's been looking. Obviously, he hasn't. I've seen Matt say something about his forward play. No, I don't mind about Benesere not being the line-breaking passer. We've got Fofana for that now. I'm happy for Benesere to just break up play, win the ball back, be a nuisance in the midfield, and he's doing quite well at the first 10 minutes. No problem for me.
For sure.
No problem.
We've spoken a bit before in the past about like Tomori and being open to a sale. Are we both in agreement that doing that right now, especially to Juventus, is a suicidal transfer?
Absolutely. It's idiotic on so many levels, and that is one thing that I think management don't really appreciate. And that's he's been in this team now for 5 years. He actually his Italian's fluent, like he's assimilated really well, but he's also the sort of go-between with the sort of mini English or Premier League contingent that we've got. You're bringing another player in like Kyle Walker. Tomori's going to be the leader in that sense. Why would you remove someone like that? I just don't understand.
Great ball.
Yeah, amazing ball.
Oh, Leao.
Go on.
Oh, great block. Go on, keep it alive.
We're looking so much sharper in attack. It's brilliant to see. I'm liking this a lot, mate. In attack,
that was a really good ball from Reinders to I think it was Tammy or Musa that made the run, but it was Go on, recover well.
Yeah, no. Long story short, selling Tomori, especially to Juve, would be stupid. But I even think, regardless of Juve, a summer sale again, not to Juve. No, I'm not against that. Summer's a different kettle of fish, but mid-season, stop it. Like,
I mean, don't even helping a rival out.
So dumb.
Yeah. It's like, they got centre back issues, but let that be their issue. Like, it's not our fucking problem. We've got issues at winger. You reckon they're going to sell us like someone like
Conceicao? Give us Conceicao.
Yeah, they'll be like, no, like we're not going to help you out because you've got fucking like Jimenez and you got to play Musa there. They're like, that's great. Like, that's a weakness now. So why would we like allow? It's just so stupid.
And 30 million seems really cheap as well. Especially to a direct rival. What?
Yeah, it's cheap when you consider the fact, like, if they're desperate and they're a direct rival, like, nah, man,
80,
we're not playing
50,
like that.
60, something stupid.
Not a fucking chance. And he's not out of the squad. He's played the last 5 games he started.
I'm glad about Conceicao putting his foot down on that one, mate.
Yeah,
I really am.
But then I just don't trust management, man. Like, I'm really worried that we come away from this game and like they've had the opportunity to break bread, both managements, and we do something fucking stupid, and I'm really worried if we try to. It's just like it's such a pointless negotiation as well. Like, okay, let's say you sell him for 30 mil, yeah. Walker coming in is not a centre back. Let's be crystal clear about it. He's played no games in a back 4 formation at centre back. It's got to be a foul there, no?
No, I think he wins.
It's a foul. It's a foul. Oh, okay. I had McKennie in my little list there, but I didn't put him. I didn't commit to him on the bet, so that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah, like it's just nonsensical on every level. But yeah, I'm really hoping we don't entertain it. And then what? Chow's injured right now. Pavlovic, we know, isn't trusted at centre back. We didn't have to then go away and spend. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of resources for other. If our squad was full to the brim and Tomori was on the outskirts and we had no issues and we had no other signings to make, maybe it's something you can do, and you can, I don't know, get someone else in. Fine, but we have
But
so
even
much work
30
to
mil.
do.
Even
Yeah,
30
but
just seems so
yeah,
in every way that we've
yeah,
discussed. The
yeah,
fee,
yeah.
who we're selling it to, and the time of the season. It's just like why this is even being contemplated. But look, I think Conceicao will be able to put his foot down. He's a bloody starting centre back, for fuck's sake. Like,
Yeah.
just stop it.
Yeah.
Rafa's tracking back. I'm seeing some comments. He's
Could be a foul there,
I don't know if
surely.
you heard Conceicao's presser, but he talked
Mm.
about the fitness levels of Rafa, and he said that Rafa's one of the most impressive physical specimens he's ever come across in his coaching career. He smashes every bleep test. So the bloke's in absolutely top form, and you can see that he's pressing. He's good.
Yeah,
This is what we need.
You know what? Liao reminds me of, like, and this is like Dragon Ball Z manga time, anime shit.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah,
Margin
but
B.
not. Well, it's basically like it was
Go
this thing that
Tanks.
Frieza basically
Frieza.
When he got to Dragon Ball Super, basically Frieza never trained a day in his life because he was just genetically like strong.
Yeah. He was.
So when Goku comes out of nowhere and ends with his eventual death. Not death because
his first death. Yeah.
When he gets his ass kicked because he catches him off, he's the first guy who's so he's like, oh shit, I should have actually trained. And then in Super, he actually trains and he gets into his golden thing. But that's like reminds me of Liao, like in a way, like he's very like nonchalant. Yeah, he laughs a lot, but really, if he put his mind to it, and
oh my god, Mike, what are you doing?
He would be like insane when it comes to like an absolute overall specimen of a player. You look at like his overall, he's tall, he's strong, amazing acceleration. You can't beat him. His skill is incredible. It's kind of like Ronaldinho-esque, not to the level, but also like where else in world football can you see right now a player like him?
He's still top dribbling stats, top 3, like alongside Vinicius and I don't know who else. Who is the top dribbler? Can't think off the top of my head, but he's up there always. So. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm happy with what I've seen first 15 minutes. I don't know about you. I'm really content.
Yeah, Emerson's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's won the ball back again there, and he's playing very, very tidy with possession. I think it's a professional game so far. Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh my
Mike,
God, Mike.
I mean, he should have just let it go to Tomori.
Man,
what the hell?
That was scary. Oh my God, guys, come on here. We're slipping a bit now. What's going on?
Yeah.
That was, and do you know what? That's classic. That's the sort of thing that Mike does, and that he injures himself by doing that sort of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that, man. Oh, for fuck's sake. To be fair to him, I think the pass back was poor. There was no communication.
Mike is like crazy though. Like when you think about like, he's got great footwork and he's got great passing. Even stuff like that. I don't think can you remember a time when Mike's actually like fucked up? Even if he has gone a bit like overzealous and he's come out, he always gets.
He always times it right. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He'll do some sick like header or Conceicao.
Oh,
bravo.
Oh, die.
Pull him down. Pull him down, you prick. Pull him down.
Go on, Benny. I would have a pop there. You should have had a pop there, Benacer. Don't give it to fucking Emerson. He can't cross to save his life.
I want him to pull him down. Give him that booking.
Yeah, I wanted Benacer to have a little shot there. That was.
There's my Tammy foul. I'll take that. Take that one to the bank. Should have put more of them in.
Yeah, Tim Tam. Our centre forwards are just like they're just not strikers, are they? Like.
And there's my Keffer and Turan foul. I'll take that one as well. 16.49, just in case I get finessed by Bet365. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's going to be such a cagey game.
So when will Walker's first match be? No idea. He's not signed yet.
So another good run there. So there's some really good runs behind the line mostly from the midfielders. Like we've seen it from Reinders now, Musa, Benacer just there. That's what we've got to do. Like if we've got so many midfielders, we cannot have them being static. They have to keep moving. They have to keep options for the fullbacks, options for the other midfielders who are on the ball. Walker would need to be. Let's say we get the deal done. It's not going to happen this weekend.
Oh, what ball? What ball?
It's great. Press it. Corner. Angolo. Very good. Good. I mean, we're not going to probably get the deal done this weekend. It's probably going to be early next week, isn't it? I mean, and then he flies over medical. We've got a game midweek, I think, against Girona.
I see it done Wednesday.
Yeah. So, and then realistically, what? First game at best will probably be next weekend against. Who do we play? I think it's Padma. We play at home in San Siro.
Yeah, Parma would be a good one because we need a win in that game after losing to them earlier in the season, and they're fairly. Well, they're just not that great, are they?
We need to beat them. We need to beat them. We need to make amends in that.
Come on, Teo.
Ghost Rashford is done. I can't see it being happening right now. I mean, if Walker's coming in, we haven't got enough. We can't sign him because of the I don't know, like the rules in Serie A. You can only sign because England being
Brexit,
non-EU country. Oh, great!
Oh!
It's another corner.
Oh, that was so close.
It's another corner. What's going on here? Sure, it's another corner.
Let's watch this. Oh,
it's got to be a corner, unless he hit off Tamori.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
it
came off thick.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a great corner there. Put everyone else off guard. Reinders obviously.
Honestly, if Fick knew about that, he could have chested that in if he knew about that. Great football again on the attacking side. Really good football.
Straight off the training pitch. They must have trained that because that was excellently taken. Yeah, Rashford's not going to happen. Plus, like, it's just not at this point right now. We've wasted 2 weeks on this deal. It's a waste of time in my mind. If we he's holding out for Barca. He's holding out for Barca.
Yeah, he is. Which, do you know what that shows me? Because Barca pay big wages. He is a man who is completely and utterly. I actually believe the rumors about his brother and entourage around him, like the high life and the good life. I do believe that because he hasn't shown me the desire that a top player who is in his prime. Walker has shown more desire to play football. Yeah, Walker's probably like Milan party. It's a great city. Yeah, fair enough. But at least he wants to actually play at a Champions League level club. I know Barca are obviously, but Barca, man, like, I don't know. It just seems so Rashford from a marketing perspective, not anything else. And we don't need that. We don't need that.
I think Rashford. I think both of them. They want to get out of their situation because Rashford obviously is. They're both in the press for different reasons. Rashford has been in the press for a long period of time for being very underwhelming. Mr. I can feed the kids of England, but can't have a good game on the pitch. And then he's become a bit of a scapegoat in a way, and he's at a club that's horrible for that because Manchester United have been in awful form the last couple of years, despite winning a few trophies. But there's just been such a disruption to how.
It's a good game for once.
Got away with that one there. Got away with that one there. Did. Gatti with he probably just saw that quite late.
Oof.
He did see it late. He's beating Gabbia he's pushed him as well. What the fuck? Even if that stood, even if that went in, he's literally pushed Gabbia. Like, that should have been a fucking foul, to be honest. But so yeah, Rashford's not coming from a good place, and then Walker obviously is in a bad run of form. It looks like he's lost a bit of his pace, but then I think mentally he's making a lot of mistakes, and I wonder if that comes with the stuff off the pitch with is it his ex-wife now, or he's going through a divorce. So it's look, and both players could equally do with a different change of scenery in a different country, and there's no guarantee that either player gives you that interception from there. Gives you that output.
Game,
yeah. I think the key thing about the Rashford deal, regardless of, I think we need a winger more than we need a right back right now. I think the key thing, if you're looking at it as either or, because we need to sign one of them, and ideally from a quality perspective, and we can only sign one of them because the English element is that Rashford. Even if we were to get Rashford's, yes, we would then need to work with Manchester United, which would be what does the deal look like? And they clearly want to dry loans because they want to basically hike the value of the player up to basically get more value if they want to sell him in the summer. Walker, we won't have to worry about that. Even if we get him on a loan for 6 months, Man City aren't going to want to hike the price up. They just want to get the wages off the books and that's it, and let him kind of get a new experience. I think Pep's got too much respect for Walker to try to haggle for more money. Manchester United don't need money, and they're desperate like that.
And Jim Ratcliffe is a little shit. He clearly only cares about the money as well.
Exactly. exactly. So like, yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying, if like another one is the Garnacho to Napoli. I know it's just very quickly. I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, apparently they set a bid of like 50 million. Why they're holding out for like 70, 80? It's United through and through. Like, stupid.
Yeah, but that's the thing there. It's kind of like it's sellers. That situation for Man United and Garnacho is selling leverage. It's like what we should be doing with Tomori. If Napoli have sold Kvaratskhelia, they need to sign a winger immediately. They are the ones who need to, get a player in. Manchester United do not need to sell a player. Yeah. Obviously, they need for different reasons, but they don't need to sell Garnacho. He's not asking to be sold, so they should, in their right, be like, if you want to pay, you pay premium. So like, and I think that's the same way like we should be sitting, and I feel like we have done that for Rashford. We've gone to Manchester United going, it's not on your terms of this deal. You cannot have it your way. It's not your cake and eating it sort of moment. You want to get him out on the dry alone? Nah, that doesn't work for us. So you know what? Go find another club that can do that for you, and let it run out of time, and you might be sitting on his wages for another 6 months. Because look, and then it comes back to the João Felix thing. I'd rather just get a fucking player in who can add some immediate quality right now, not in 2 weeks' time at the end of the window. And we've got to get the player in training, recover his full match fitness, get him integrated with the squad, and little by little, it's basically February, maybe end of February, by the time they're actually integrated into the squad. Yep. And you've only got 3 more months. At that point, we might be out of the top 4 race. So like, what we're doing this to get ourselves back into the top 4. Let's remember this by what signings we make right now. And that's doing it quick. We've lost near enough over half a month now. We've only got 2 weeks left of the window. I'm all for the
our management are quality. We mean you're 100% on this one agreement. They are the most reactive management I've ever come across. They are the word proactive. I don't think they even know what that means. Oh my god, overhit past there. That was good. João Felix. On that one quickly. My 2 cents on it is I don't care if he comes. I don't care if he doesn't. But what I do think, and I said it on the chat, I just have a sneaking suspicion he's the sort of player like Pulisic who has middling numbers in the Premier League side. He's clearly got bags of talent and quality. But I think he needs an environment where, like, when Pulisic, you look at Pulisic now and you think he's a Milan player. Like, it's a perfect fit. Everything he embodies, the work rate, just his attitude, like Cacao was. I'm not saying that anywhere near the level. I'm not saying that, but Cacao put his head down. He was like a quiet boy. He's a Milan player, Pulisic. I don't know how to describe that. You know what I mean? Like, it's an intangible. I feel like Felix could be like that. It could be like that, where I'm not saying he's going to be as effective as he comes in, but I'm not against it. If we get him again on favourable terms, he's at a great age, 25, and top level experience. He's very talented. And if we can get another Chelsea reject of a top quality player on a really, really good option to buy deal, get him in. Genuinely, I'd be happy to see Felix. I don't know what you think.
Yeah. There's some similarities in a way with what the fuck was that from now? There's some similarities from the player you just mentioned there, like Pulisic, and Felix. Both a great ball there. Who was that? Fofana. Jesus. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a sec once it's moved.
Teo on the
left. Great
ball. Oh, smack it. Oh, what a save. Again. Why are you taking a touch?
Teo? Oh, allora.
Allora.
Reinders, get the fuck up. Reinders, man, get the fuck up.
Oh, my God.
Ah, shit,
guys,
we're in trouble here.
Track back.
See it out. You don't have to tackle him. See it out.
Lovely.
Bravo.
That was good. That should have been a goal.
Chaos shot as well, I'm hoping. He got like 2 to be fair. I think Reinders is down. That's not good. What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, he's been stamped on. No, I think he's okay. I think he's been stamped on.
But are they going to run that back for a penalty potentially?
If he's been stamped on, they should, yeah. Mate, how did we not get that in the back of the net?
Ooh. So Mbangala's gone. This is very similar to, remember the penalty we asked for? Was it against Roma when he does the little kind of pirouette thing, and then he goes through the back of him, and the ball obviously the move goes on, and we get a chance, but we don't score. No, it's not a foul. There's not enough in there. I just don't think there's enough in there.
Just slings in. Yeah, the pitch is slippery. I agree, Frederick. It's really slippery tonight. They're flipping about everywhere.
It might go to VAR, but I just don't think there's enough in there.
I think he's just been
Yeah, it's great.
stamped on.
We were
Felix, yeah.
Felix, yeah, and they both won the kids, yeah. Pulisic, Felix. You know, Pulisic signed from was it Dortmund?
Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah, at a young age, the future of American football. And then Felix, big money move to from Atletico to Atletico Madrid. You know, that puts a lot of pressure on these young players who have still a lot to prove in their career. And you know, it's crazy he's still 25. He's had obviously 2 moves to Chelsea now, Barcelona on loan. Don't get me wrong, I'm not his biggest fan. He's obviously got talent in a way, and there's a lot of things where you kind of look at Felix and you know, Conceicao being a Portuguese coach, he probably would have seen him slightly at Benfica there, although hasn't directly coached him. So there's a link there, and obviously both being Portuguese, they can maybe get the best out of him. He's obviously plays with Rafael Leao at a national level, although doesn't usually play in the same starting 11 with him at the same time. But they clearly have trained with each other.
Yeah,
was at Chelsea in his first tenure with the likes of Loftus-Cheek and Pulisic. So he's got friends at the club. He can easily integrate himself into it. It's just, and I think what he does offer in a different way to Rashford here is a player
creative.
that is
he's really creative,
and it's not just one position in the club, is it? It's in the starting 11. Rashford is a left winger and bust, and it's very much like we have that.
Yeah, we'd be shoehorning him at centre forward, wouldn't we? If he came.
If you look at like Okafor, Leao, you know, Rashford's another person in that model. Felix could play on probably both sides of the flanks. Obviously, he likes to play on left wing as well. But yeah,
attacking midfield.
I can.
Yep. No, I'm warming up to it. The more it happens, I think we've done well out of Chelsea generally, especially the Pulisic deal. I mean, 20 million is an absolute steal.
That's got to be a booking, man. He's just fucking bulldozed in.
Yeah, he has.
I don't get this.
It's Juve, man.
Fucking hell, man. Like, yeah, he carried it for a long period of time. Don't get me wrong, and he looked like he was, you know, it wasn't convincing.
Like, the order's again slipping. It's slippy pitch. Yeah. Sorry,
you can't just like fucking spear someone and like, oh yeah, because he's, you know, halfway over, it counts as a advantage. Bullshit, man.
And this is interesting. Apparently, Scott, I'm interested. Are you talking about Felix here, Conceicao? What makes you say that? Because that honestly, I'm warming up to the Felix more and more. I think it's the right kind of opportunity. I call us AC opportunity, but that's the right kind of opportunity we should be looking at. Felix, he's got plenty of years left in the tank as well.
Yeah, because about that where he can play, I think there's been a lot of talk about he can play as like, you know, off the striker. Like if we play 4-4-2, he could play as that second striker.
Yeah. Nicely.
If we play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, you can play as a left winger or equally as a cam. Yeah, I think his adaptability is something that maybe that Conceicao wants in a position that we are lacking players at. So look, it's still a lot to do because I don't think Chelsea have agreed to anything basically. And
no, I mean, have a little Google about it. Let me see what the latest is on Felix.
That's a good point from Noir. It's a good thing I like about the Rashford, Walker, and Felix thing is that we're getting players that are known around world football, and whether that's for good or bad things, because ultimately, like, you got a lot of Prem heads going, yeah, you know, Walker's washed, or Rashford is obviously a shell of his former self, and Felix obviously is a player that's never settled, but at least they're known, and maybe there's from a marketing perspective, there's something there.
Apparently, Chelsea will not let him go. Initial reports, anyway, on loan. It looks like if it is a loan, there'll be an obligation attached to the purchase of Felix. Chelsea will sell. They're not opposed to selling.
Go on, tell. You got him for pace. It's Gatti.
Go on.
Oh, fuck off, man. He's just like an oaf. He's just an oaf.
Yeah,
he's just an oaf that went fucking.
He is an oaf.
A shit tackle as well. He gets none of the ball, Gatti, and he's just a fucking oaf. Like, I just hate this shit.
He is. I hate Gatti. I'm not drinking. I'm doing the dry Jan, but I think Steph Sonson, what are you on, mate?
This is a Jubel. Nice. I found they got a mango flavor, which is gorgeous, to be honest. Yeah, it's basically a session IPA. Which is quite nice.
Man, I really, yeah, Felix is saying Chelsea. They are up for selling him, but they're up for selling him, not loaning him. It's basically. I wouldn't want a dry loan either. I would want an option. I don't know why we.
Yeah,
wouldn't.
one good thing that was because they obviously spent a lot of money from him last summer just to get him in, but it was connected to that who's the English lad they sold to Atletico?
Oh, well done, Teo. Sorry. Conor Gallagher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's connected to that. Sorry, you must be ahead of me slightly. What second are you on quickly?
I'm on 33. Hang on. It's just showing a replay. 1 sec. I'll wait for this to finish. Oh man, it's just died. That is so typical. I'll tell you shortly. And Matt, I would also be in the red wine when I've done dry January. I'll be back on it. Don't you worry. Right, I'm on 33.40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 33.51. 2. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, the Conor Gallagher deal, which was obviously like just I don't know. For me, it was kind of get around FFP, but I think on the balance sheet it was like 50 mil or something like that. I can't remember that they signed Felix for.
Yeah.
So 6 months in, like I just what does that even look like from a price tag perspective? I hopefully think I don't want to put too much money straight on a player that we still need to see what that looks like. If we could do something like ideally for me would be a 1.5 year loan deal or a half-year loan deal when we see where we're at in the summer and maybe agree, like basically get him down 1.5 years on his contract that we won't have to worry about like amortization on it when we do sign him. And I know you didn't like the Brahim Diaz deal, but like,
no, I did not.
Like, I think look, he's been at Chelsea 2 times now. I don't think they don't want to keep him regardless if there's somewhat better seasons for us. They obviously got a lot of money to spend, so they're not going to do like a Real Madrid and think like he's like they're putting a lot of money in their attacking department. I just don't think they're going to be like, yeah, he's Ross in the future. So
shit.
Mike, great save.
What a save! Yield is
corner Juve though, but fuck, we're getting caught in transition there.
We are.
So it's more of an open game than I thought it'd be.
It's been a good heart. It's been good football actually. Like it really has.
He's really kind of side-footed it and he's hit off the ground. He's not hit it clean. And I wonder if that's because of the turf bit we keep talking about. But
yeah, mate, this is a slippy pitch. Honestly, if this is a San Siro, I'd be mouthing off. But luckily, it's not. It's really poor.
It's really miners with a corner here. I don't know. Are there more than one corner?
They've had 2, I believe. Maybe this is their first, actually. No, I think they've had one. I think they had one.
I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, I've been relatively pleased, but I still think this is going to be a draw. At least it's an exciting 0-0 at the moment. It's been a good watch. I do not want Gio Reyna. No. Sorry, guys. I really do not rate that guy at all. I don't know where. I would love for someone to prove me wrong or to explain to me why you think he's a good purchase, but I want nothing to do with such a glass cannon who actually hasn't really proved himself at the top level. Oi, do not eat the flowers. Do not eat the flowers. Do not eat the flowers, Merlin. Yeah. What are you about Gio Reyna?
He's trash, man. I don't want him.
Trash, yeah.
I don't want him. I'm not saying this. This is not the American thing here, but he's trash.
He is.
He's trash.
Because we love Pulisic, guys. Yanks that are listening, we fucking love Pulisic. Do not get it twisted. He's quality. Yeah. But Gio Reyna, I don't care if he's 1 million. I wouldn't want him. He's got attitude problems, I've heard, for like the national team. He's way too injury prone for a player who doesn't produce on the pitch. No, not interested. Not interested at all.
Good run there from Thuram, although he didn't really have many options, but
there's a lot better we can do than Gio Reyna. I want Bayern Gittens. He's a player, the English winger that they've got, who did this in the Champions League last year.
Oh yeah,
quality winger.
Oh, Benny.
I do think we get the first goal, Steph. If there is a goal in this game.
Could go either way. I think they've had a better last 10 minutes than us.
Yeah.
I think we've
yes, we do want that ghost. I reckon that's very possible. Very, very possible. Adeyemi's a baller. Yeah, I'd rather have Adeyemi.
The way that they're coming into the midfield, Juve, is a lot of gaps there. We've got to keep. It's hard because I think players are naturally going to start to tire as the game goes on. But those runs from midfield, man, it's just that they're the difference right now. And it's maybe not the first intuition from players like Musa and Benacer, but we need to keep options flowing, man. Otherwise, become a bit predictable. That's got to be a foul, man. He's at fucking advantage again, man.
This is crazy.
I mean, our players aren't asked calling for it, like arguing. So it must have not been a foul, but like, Yoda's again. Come on,
Terry G. Yeah, we all feel the same. I'm glad not to see Morata, but to be fair, Tammy Abraham's been about as effective as him today. So,
bro, if Jovic comes off the bench and scores a goal,
don't. Don't. I don't want to hear the end of it. He is our best finisher in the team right now, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but that doesn't say a lot.
Yeah.
Every single goal he's scored for us has been inside the box. He's only scored inside the box, which is good. Which is fine.
Mate, his goals, his finishing, whether we like it or not, is better than Tammy's and Morata's.
Better than them combined. Better than them combined.
But like stats-wise, but look back at his goals. They're better goals than what they have scored. They have scored like these trash-ass tap-ins and stuff like that.
I mean, here's a lot of them. Yeah.
No. I agree to some of them. But like he is.
No, I know what you're saying.
He's a better finisher. But like, he does need to go. Free him and I'm convincing. But yeah, on that point, because I think we will need to make a sub for Jovic or Kamada. I'd be interested to see because he had a lot of high praise about Kamada coming off the bench against Como and how he kind of played him kind of towards the right and his willingness to kind of just work for the team and the fundamentals of the sport is seen within that. So he's obviously got high praise for Kamada despite him yet to score a goal for Milan. I don't think he'll go to Jovic. I think it will be a Kamada sub. But then I think Tammy's got to play 90 minutes, man, because, I don't think Kamada up front on his own or Jovic up front is the answer.
Guys, I'm not having it. I know you're joking about in the chat about Inzaghi and Jovic. I know you're not comparing them, but I can't have Inzaghi and Jovic spoken in the same sentence. I don't care. Inzaghi's runs from outside the box into the box and is finishing it. You can't. I'm sorry. I'm not having that.
What about Simone Inzaghi?
Yeah, maybe Simone Inzaghi. Yeah. Was he a striker as well?
Yeah, he was a striker.
Yeah. Interesting. He's one of Lazio's. I think he's one of Lazio's top scorers, isn't he? I think so. He must be up there.
I don't know. Maybe, and it might only become because of like longevity and no one else wanted him. Like when you compare it to like people Jovic, when you compare it to like the other strikers that they've had in the better.
How have we not had a penalty this game? Or at least they should have had 2 or more yellow cards at least.
We're not doing well to come out of this out of the goal kick situations. This was a bit poor again.
Ghost, don't worry, mate. Thanks for joining. As everyone, I'm leaving soon as well. I'm going out for a meal, but mate, Jovic, you've started something here. Everyone's talking Jovic in the chat.
Oh my
Tammy,
God. Great work.
Well done, Tammy. Well done for centre mid. Well done, you centre mid. I agree, Frederick.
Well done.
I agree. It was a great challenge, but what are you doing? What was Tammy doing at centre back there? Like he was literally playing centre back.
Yeah. You say that, but like he did well to come back.
No, he did. It's just amusing.
Yeah, it's wild that like they're that deep. I know what you're saying. We're struggling to find an outlet. That's the problem right now. Because of that probably reason. It's fine.
No. That's where I'm worried about Juve. It's just I think their crossing is better and their delivery and their finishing from crosses is where I'm slightly worried.
Mm.
And we're not very good at defending crosses. Other than that, I think we've had the better chances in front of goal. Definitely.
Yeah, that bit with that Leao shot and
the
commotion of that moment, that was probably the best chance of the game. I mean, Yildiz obviously had that one, but it was the Leao one, like being that close in the box, and it's just a big moment.
Right, another 5. I would say, how many added minutes? I reckon only 2 added minutes.
Yeah,
maybe 3, because there was that Reinders stop, wasn't there, for a couple of minutes?
Maybe.
Look, see Mike slipped there when he took the kick.
Why is he taking a goal kick with his left foot though?
I don't know, but the pitch is not right, mate. The pitch is not right. I'm telling you.
Gone. Fofana head up. Bravo.
I can't wait for Conceicao to do an Arteta if we lose and say, it was the pitch.
The ball. It was the ball.
The ball and the pitch combination is not good. Who would you say has been your top of the half so far?
Really hard to say. I just think there's a lot of 6s around the board. It's really hard to say. I can't think of anyone in particular.
No. I think maybe Leao, maybe. Yeah. But I agree. Everyone's been sort of just about average.
A good cross. No, he doesn't. He in the corner at least.
Yeah.
Corner to Milan to see out the first half. But Emerson's done well defensively, I have to say. I think Teo's done some really good runs forward. I think the midfield's been relatively compact. I think there are some bits that are some gaps showing as the half's tired on. I think Leao's been good to pop up. He's not hiding from the game, which is great. I think Tammy's doing a good job as a work rate. I think it's like 6s across the board, but we just need someone to stand out a little bit. But come on, we've got a corner here. Last chance of the first half, surely.
Go on, Teo.
This was 1 minute left. It was obviously a great corner, the one previously, and that Reinders could have a good shot. And come on, what we got? Teo?
Keep that in.
Keep it alive.
Go on, Rafa.
Oh!
No, that's great cross.
Oh, you motherfucker. That's just luck there, man. Because it's like that bounces and it... so annoying. Big chance. But go on. Well won. Benny? I try to go over the top. That's probably going to be it now. First half. Someone's down. Bangalore looks like he's fucked. Oh, no, he's all right. He's back up now. All right. Do not do an Inter. Just 0-0 half-time, please.
We've definitely been the better team in terms of goal scoring opportunities.
Probably should be it. Yeah, that's going to be it. Half-time, 0-0.
Right. That was just because I'm gonna have to love you and leave you guys in a minute. My last thoughts are quite happy with what I've seen from an attacking perspective. Typical problems we've had before, where if we had a out and out striker, probably would have finished with a goal. But I've been pleasantly happy with what I've seen. Bear in mind we're quite bare bones. Lots of players injured. And it's been a really crazy schedule. I think if I was Conceicao, I'd be going into the tunnel quite happy. And I think Motta would be the manager who feels like he's losing a grip on the game, to be honest. Even though Juve have had 10 or 15 minutes of good football, I think we have by far, inarguably, been the team that's most likely to score at this stage. So, I'm relatively happy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for...
no problem.
Thanks for joining, mate. First half.
I've got to go. I'm off for an anniversary dinner. Sushi. Let's go.
Enjoy.
See you guys later. Cheers, mate. Enjoy the second half and speak to you guys later on. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Let's shift this to a one-man cam quickly. That will do. Cool. Cheers for tuning in first half, guys. Bit more eventful than we probably thought it would be before the game started. So shots at half time, 7 for Juventus, 5 for Milan. But we've had 3 on target against their 1. I think we definitely have carved the better chances, despite them dominating possession 68-32. Looks like we're kind of doing them on themselves. We're trying to get more chances and transition. I think we're lacking a bit from a counter-attack perspective. There's moments where we have the options on, and there's moments that we don't. So let me just go through some of the comments, obviously at halftime here on what we feel like how the half's gone. So Amaris says, I'm good with the compact sit back approach and hitting on the counter. I think it's the more stable one. Like we spoke at the start of the game that we don't have a lot of options in depth off the bench. So if we do go down the goal, we might be fucked in this game. So it's kind of good to go into half time, not down a goal for once, although Conceicao is doing good with on the comeback victories. So we are sloppy with possession. Obviously, the stats don't lie. I mean, 32% possession is pretty poor. However, the chances have been better for us. So it's kind of, there is a balance there. We do need to pass better. I mean, this is all coming from Corrupted here. Give I'm guessing Benacer, when you say that, some chances. He's back from a long injury. Look, Benacer has been playing, in my mind, a bit better. Pass accuracies, he's just popped up now, actually. 91% pass accuracies, 3 duels, 1 tackle and 4 ball recoveries. So this is looking like the Benacer that we remember that we had. But he does need a bit more time. He is coming off some lengthy absences. So and we're going to need him because we haven't got a lot of options in midfield. Is Juve defending well, or are we attacking so poorly? Says Hamid. Look, I think we are doing well to get ourselves up the pitch in certain elements. I think there's been some good runs from the midfield to break the lines. In my mind, I think we should be winning this game 1-0. I think if you look at the 3 main chances, we had the 2 from the corners. So the first corner, which was Teo, with a catches everyone out, and then it goes across the basically the penalty spot to Reinders, who finds himself unmarked with that run. Just doesn't do good enough really with the shot. And then you've got the other chance, which basically works its way to Leao, gets blocked, and then there's a commotion of the rebounds, and Teo Hernandez can't quite get the shot off. And then that effort there at the end of the first half from the corner. Teo's obviously coming from the right side where he's just taken the corner, and Leao's brought the ball back under control. He whips the ball in, and Teo Hernandez is there with a header. You know, you probably should say that he should be attacking that to maybe go directly more on goal, and it's just hit a wall of bodies, and not a single one of those has been a shot. They've all been blocked. So it's kind of, we probably should have scored there in my mind. We have just been unlucky in my mind, Sports Geek, but I think we do need to do a little bit more there. And the Juventus are going to put a wall in front of us with these chances, so we just need a little bit more luck. KLR, we can't really build up at all one possession in the press, but we're making up for it for quick counters. Good point. Sharpshooter, why are they watering the pitch? It's slippery as fuck already. Maybe it's their tactic, because it's catching us off a little bit, and it's obviously catching them off a little bit as well. So not too sure why they're watering the pitch, but it's really annoying, I have to find. It's really stopped the game flowing as it should. Yeah, that's a really poor XG from you there. 0.02. It is awful football to watch. Certainly not a snooze fest like the game earlier this season. Completely agree. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for agreeing with my point so far. 12 Kefs. Question, I've heard Milan tried to sign De Jong. What's your thoughts on that? I just don't think it's a realistic rumor. He earns a lot of money, staggering amount of money. I just don't see it happening. I mean, wages, transfer money wise, what we need to basically just slap down on the table to Barca. I can't see it happening. So I don't think there's much into that rumor about Frankie De Jong. Of course, Sub4 project. Juve Milan is always the most boring fixture in Serie A. It is usually. But this has been a bit more open, despite it still being 0-0. Let me just cut up and make sure I've not missed out anyone here. I think that was everything so far. Yeah, I mean, look at the bench, guys. There's not a lot we can call upon. I think Jimenez is definitely a sub that we can make in the second half. But I think right now I'm happy as it is. I don't think a single player is on the booking for either side. The ref's obviously keeping it like that, which is nice. Been lots of fouls, but I think we need to keep as is with this starting 11. and see if we can build out. I think Conceicao is obviously going to have a few words with the club, with the starting 11 at half time, and try to create a bit more, try to keep more of the ball, because 32% possession is just not good enough. But as I look at the table right now, this is a big moment for our season. We win this tonight, I mean, effectively, we're right up Juventus's arses, and we are back in that top 4 race. But we do need to win, and hopefully some signings can help ourselves stabilize what should be a shaky period of time. What else is everyone saying? Looking back on the highlights, I think Mike has probably been our best. Yeah, he probably has. Mike, he's had a few saves to make. Probably not the hardest of saves, but saves nonetheless. Has been asked to do quite a lot in distribution. At that one moment where he didn't quite read the pass as it went across from, I think, Emerson, and then he probably thought it was for Tomori, and then he had to do some really crazy interceptive tackle and then get the ball back under control. Mike has been pretty stable, which is what we need for tonight. But we spoke about the game like it's the saving where he did concede those really 2 sloppy goals against Cadre and Como in recent games, where despite him being amazing, I think he's kind of prone to that as of late. So let's just hope there's none of that tonight, and we can get a clean sheet for himself. Cool. What else? Nawar saying, even if Frankie de Jong was available, I don't think we prioritise his deal. Our midfield is our strongest line, but it needs depth, and maybe more creative addition. I wouldn't bench. I think you're saying he wouldn't bench any of our starting 3. Look, I've been screaming the houses down for midfielders to come in. I do think we need someone to come in who can certainly staple a place as a starter, or maybe as the number 3 option. I love Benacer, but I'm worried about his injuries. And I think he's in another injury away. He's just one shit moment away from him being injured, and then we're back to Musa and Loftus-Cheek. We definitely need a midfield, as you pointed out, from a depth perspective. But I do think at the same time, it shouldn't just be depth for the sake of depth. I'm not convinced by the player from Salzburg, the defensive midfielder. I can't pronounce his name. I just don't think it's good enough. I think we need to be signing someone of much more quality. What else have we got here? It's Kyle Walker. We covered Kyle Walker at the start of the stream. I do think he's going to Milan. I do think it's a good deal in the short term. Looking at the pitch and the ref, we have a disadvantage. The ref has been I've been complaining quite a bit about the ref. I think there's a lot of 50-50s he's not given our way. I hope it doesn't continue in the second half. But it is looking a bit worrying on that. Fonseca does look Fofana does look cooked physically and mentally. Fofana, yeah, I mean, once again, he's asked to do a lot. He's playing a lot of minutes, and this comes back to that midfield issue. If we do not have a rotational option that we can give Fofana and Ryan as a rest, they are they're in overtime. They're like they're like, imagine you got a 40-hour-a-week job, and you're clocking in extra overtime. You're slapping on 80 hours, and you're making shitload of money on overtime, but you're burnt out. And I think Fofana right now, and the element of his game, which is physicality and strength and covering a lot of ground, he is going to start to be a bit cooked. And as this game goes on, I'm worried about the fact that we don't have any other midfielders off the bench other than like Zeroli and Terracciano. It is worrying, and that's why we need to sign a midfielder immediately. I personally like Frendrup from Genoa. I think that should be our signing. Joe, I think it was the Inter game where I saw Pully grab the back of his left leg at one point. Not only did he stay on, but he played a full 90 in the next game. Mismanagement really pisses me off. There probably is a bit of that. There's probably a bit from players thinking that they can do more, and we're not looking at the player in the long-term perspective. And that's probably why Pulisic has been rested for tonight. Commentator called us sneaky. We fucking dominated. I agree. We haven't done well from a possession perspective, but this is Italian football. Football's not as black and white as 50% possession. Like, this is a fixture which is very unique. I've seen games where Juventus have had the less possession and the better chances. So don't listen to the commentator. That's why I listen to this shit on mute. Sharpshooter, that's a crazy thing about Mike. It's always been there. It always has been. Random sloppy goals out of nowhere, sprinkled in between many, many world-class saves. Unfortunately, these sloppy mistakes cost us sometimes. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, he still is, for me, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. But yeah, it's just like, the near post goals, and it's just, come on, man, you need to get it out of your game. But he's clearly, for me, still the best goalkeeper in the league. But cool. I think we can sell Benacer for 30 mil, says 12 Cephs. I don't think we can. I don't think there's a buyer there unless he goes to Saudi. What's the deal with Okafor and his transfer? Olafemi says, who knows? It was off, obviously, with Leipzig. He ended up coming back to Milan. I think we're looking for a buyer. Not a clue what's going on with Okafor. I'd rather we either get him back into the squad if we, and then get another body in the attacking position to help us, or we shift him. I think it's probably the latter at this point, but they're trying to look for a new club for him. Somehow missed for Pobega for depth, says Hamid. Yeah, he's not had a bad season for Bologna, Pobega. I know he got a red card the other night, but he's pulled up a fefew goals. I think Bologna is just a good project, though, where they get the best out of players like him. And I think that squad suits him. And he probably just wasn't the answer for us long term. Who is a free agent you would most likely want in the summer? I mean, let's be realistic about this. What free agent would I want in the summer that could realistically come to this club? I think Tar from Leverkusen. No, is it Leverkusen? Yeah, Leverkusen. I think he's linked to Barcelona quite heavily. I think our management was in Germany last week, but he's someone I think I would love to sign on a free transfer. However, realistically, who could we sign as a free agent that would give us a lot? And I'm going to speak on behalf of Lorenzo. Probably Jonathan David. I'm going to throw that one out there. The real deal is Moncada hasn't really renewed his contract. Yeah, I mean, I'll let you guys say what you want about Moncada. He has not been... He spoke very highly about Moncada in his first couple of years, and he's been given more of a centralized role in this project, and he's not done good enough in my mind. Was Thuram's slide tackle in the box on Reinders not viewable? Was there no contact? Did anyone catch that? We did catch that. I did think it might have gone to VAR at the very least. It reminded me like that tackle in the Roma game when Reinders was cleaned out from behind despite the ball kind of moving on and the attack flowing. It didn't look to me initially like there was enough in there, and the Roma tackle looked like there was more. And if that wasn't given, then surely this one wouldn't begin either. So I still think there was enough there. It probably was initially reviewed, but I mean, this is Juve away as well, so we have to take that under consideration. Apparently, we can get the Bologna sporting director this summer. I think we can, and I think his name is my surname, Sartori. Who was he at before? Now I think it was like. I think it was like Chievo Verona. Let me know if you're Googling it right now. It is, I think he would be a good sporting director to come in. Someone who can spot great talent and bring them in for decent fees. But I think we got a decent scouting network. I just think we're just a bit weird with our signings. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Timothy Weah looks like he's coming on. Vlahovic is still not unstripped, so he's still on the bench. How much is Gyökeres going to cost? A lot of fucking money, plus 100 mil. We're not going to get Gyökeres. So we need to. Yeah, I think. Sorry, Ryder brother. I think that one's not even a remote possible solution. Moncada is the brain behind the Scudetto title. Yeah, I completely agree, Scott. He was. But the 2 summers of signings that we've brought in now, I would say probably 25 to 30% of it has been successful. The rest of it has been, I just don't know what we've done and how we've looked to build the squad. It's easy to say. I always say it this way: when expectations are low and you're signing players that are prospects, I think there's less pressure with that. And hence why we allow some of the likes of Kalulu to evolve in the squad. Right now, we're no longer in that position anymore. We want players to come on and give more of an immediate impact because we have won the title, because we're in the Champions League. And I think with that, you should then up the level of scouting. We have more of a budget to spend, for example. Why are you then going out and signing the likes of Yunus Musa? Why are you going out and signing the likes of, Okafor and Chukwueze and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Morata? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And equally, for me, it's a squad building element to what formation do we want to play. It was clear as day when we started this season that we needed more from the midfield. And we were going to eventually go to a more of a midfield formation, whether it was a back five or a 4-3-3, or like the 4-2-3-1 was never going to last, especially with no central attacking midfielder. Like, we had none. Like, played Pulisic there for the whole season. So it was just, I didn't get it. So I've got a lot to say about Moncada. But equally management as well. As a whole, they've just had a bit of a shit show. I hate seeing Kalulu in a Juve jersey, sharpshooter. Bit weird. I don't know. I'm a bit kind of like, I was never too attached to Kalulu in my mind. Like, great Scudetto season. I fucking loved him. But I'm back in that year. For me, it was like, Mike, Teo, Tomori, Tonali, Kessie, Leao, Giroud. Kalulu was like, just solid, consistent. I loved his story, don't get me wrong, but like, I was never too attached to him. So when I see him now in a Juve jersey, I'm like, fair play to the lad, man. You get more of you getting starting 11 moments right now. It's probably good, the best thing for your career, but I can't hate it. Yeah, I agree. Let Kamada just adapt on his own. He's still very raw as a player. And Kamada's another one as well. Like, he comes off the bench. I'm like, look, lad, I never like sitting here going, this is the moment he's going to score tonight. Finally, I'm never actually ever expecting that from Kamada. I'm never thinking he's in the next coming of like Ibrahimovic or like what we had with Donnarumma. I just literally look at a kid who's got a lot of talent for someone his age, who's having a great opportunity to play senior football for someone at his age. And clearly, like from a fan perspective, the tattoo with the Kurva Sud thing on his leg and stuff like that. I love the story, but I don't sit here and go like, yeah, you need to be ready for us this season or next season. Like, I just think like, let the kid kind of like crack on. I think he's still got a lot to learn in the overall game. Physically build out. He's still literally like a young adult. Like, as he gets older, we will see the better of him. Hopefully, if he's still with us as a club. But like right now, I'm not sitting here going like, you need to put up like 5-10 goals a season. I'm like, whenever you get your first goal, it will be a great story. I was there when I saw Alberto Palosci come off the bench as a Primavera player and score within 17 seconds against Siena. And I was like, wow, amazing. But I didn't sit here and go, Palosci's the fucking future of Milan. I looked at players like Pato and, the current strikers. And I was like, you're still the players that need to lead the line, not Alberto Palosci. And that's the same. That's like a stud like Kamada. Like, he's still got like the road ahead of him and hopefully an amazing career in a Milan shirt, but let him crack on. Anyone that gets that Alberto Palosci reference, man, that was my, I'll never forget that game. Has Yildiz come off? Have they actually made that sub? Maybe someone sent me the update in the comment section. I know Weah came on, but I didn't spot who it was for. Yildiz came off. That's interesting. Okay, so Yildiz is off. That's probably the most threatening player, as you'd say, for Weah. So more of a balanced side, I think Motta's going for. But all right, we start from possession here. Benacer gone. Oh, another block with a shot there. All right, we've recycled possession. Gabbia back in possession here. Reinders, Emerson. It's like the battle of midfield this game. We've got like 4 centre midfielders. They've got like obviously quite a lot of midfielders and all these other like wing backs and stuff. Crazy. Spaz, I miss Cutrone and the passion when he scored that goal. Yeah, Cutrone, man. Loved him. That goal against Roma. Do you remember when Higuain put him through and it was like 2-1, like first or second game of the season? And I was like, we're going to contend for the title. And then, that didn't last long. Sharpshooter, yeah, we'll say, yeah, Palosci was a god. First touch in his debut. He just like rifled it, bottom left corner. I'll never forget that goal. You put him through, you're like, go on. And he's just crazy, man. Crazy goal. Ancelotti's like that on the sideline. Just like, what the fuck? Didn't even expect that to happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Benacer, man, bless him. He's got a lot to catch up on, man. It is a thing, like when you think about Benacer, like and you talk about the Scudetto side of Kessie and Tonali, and we were going to sell Benacer in the summer allegedly, and I don't know how long his contract's up until, like maybe 2027, 2028. This is why I think it's so key to get we need to add some quality to the midfield, because Benny is it's a good option if you think about it this way. If we can just let Benacer get back into his, a healthy state, and he's not rushed into playing so many games every season, does he have a position in this squad where he essentially is a piece in what should be a very stacked midfield, where we can have a good rotational option with Fofana, Reinders, Benacer, who are these other midfielders we're bringing in, whether it's Ricci in the summer and hopefully someone this January. That there is 5 midfielders I'd like to see us have from a depth perspective. And it might be one of the things that you might see his contract out and he goes 27, Taylor said. So he's still got another 2 years, 2.5 years under his belt. And you're not in a rush to renew it because he's got fitness issues, but like you see him out for that time period and you go like, fine, like we got some good out of you. And maybe if he does, shift his injuries, we can give him a short-term renewal. But I'm not in a rush to sell him right now because we have not got a lot of other options in midfield. And I think it's a matter of time before he can somewhat get back to kind of consistency and quality, but he just needs to stay injury free, which is a hard one to promise with Benacer. Morgan Gibbs White. Are you talking about the kid from Nottingham Forest? Oh, shit. I broke my phone now. Unless you're saying that he scored. No, they're not playing right now. It's Arsenal, Villa. Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, no, he's a great player. But he signed for a lot of money, didn't he, from Wolves? So, I mean, also Forest are like smashing it, like near the top of the Prem. So I don't think they're in a position to sell unless they, yeah. I mean, once again, great player, great talent, but realistically, I think there's probably a lot of other Prem clubs that will be after him ahead of us. Okay, so Juventus a bit back in possession here, but good work from Fofana. That's got to be a foul there, isn't it? Cambiasso on Emerson. Did well to trap that foul in there, Emerson. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm going to quickly just grab another drink. Yeah, I don't think I've missed much. Yeah, Forest, they're in a great season, Sharpshooter. They're like, crazy. They've weird. You look at that starting 11 and you don't like. Obviously, Milenkovic was a great signing for them, but like even when they signed him from Fiorentina, we saw Milenkovic at Fiorentina. You didn't think like, all right, they're signing the best centre back in Italy. Like, great player, like good player, but like we've been linked with him, but like you didn't think he'd do this well in the Premier League. And then Elliott they signed from it's a good header down there. Wayers cracked on with a run, blocked that out. Great save from Mike, right at his chest there. Oh, Teo, no. Fuck. Oh, lucky there. Lucky. Teo Hernandez there did not do a good job getting that ball out of dangerous position. Mike with some brilliant saves. I want to see that second save, though, a bit more. Oh, it's like hit off like the side of his leg and gone out. Incredible save. Now Lorenzo gone as well, I can speed up my stream. So I'm actually back to like normal time. But we got caught out there, even from the knockdown from the header. Gonzalez does really well to beat Tomori to the header there and then puts Weah through. It's not a good look. We do not want to be letting them create so many chances like that. The tail one, which is shit from him, individual error, but like fundamentals of defense there. You cannot be letting Gonzalez get into the header before you and then allowing that knock on to happen. We're struggling here. We are struggling. Peterson for the win. Mike Peterson. Yeah, we do need to get Leao more involved. I think they have. Oh, Gontel. They've done a good job. I think the way a sub for Yildiz, although lacks a fine touch from attacking quality perspective, it allows them to. He's not Musa, man, bruv. What Weah gives them is someone who's just going to work his ass off for 45 minutes, and I think they've identified that Teo is a threat and someone that we are looking to unlock on that left side with a run or two, and Weah's going to track that run. And if he's got 45 minutes advantage on Teo Hernandez, that's a horrible situation to be in for us. And they've just kind of created another half chance there for Coop Miners, but poor finishing from him. Yeah. I'm slightly worried about this right now because I think Conceicao hasn't got much off the bench. He hasn't got much. And I don't think he wants to enforce a substitution this early. With no one on bookings. Like logically, you might direct yourself towards Musa and slap on Jimenez. Oh, they don't. They're just carving us up here. Oh, Alura, get it out. Get it out. Bravo, Fofana. Stable. We need to stabilize this game here. We need to get that ball to Leao. I think he needs to kind of go a bit more wide, find himself in isolation pockets because they're boxing up that midfield. Tammy, strong. Go on, Musa. Get your head up. Go. Bring it into midfield. Not into that side of the midfield, you fucking ass. Like back to Fofana, recycle possession, and now we've lost it again, and we're right. Like it's basics of football. If we can keep the ball, we can recover and we can build off it. Not why are you running into a body of players? I just don't get it sometimes, man. His IQ is awful. Thanks everyone tuning in right now. See some streamers have picked up a little bit in. So really thank everyone who has joined in a very, very important game for us here. As my dog falls asleep on the couch, he's clearly not entertained from what he's seeing. Moose is just all over the place. You know what? I take back what I said about 2 minutes ago. I would actually slap that sub on right now. Moose is just fucked. He's causing more harm than good in both sides of the pitch. He doesn't know whether to commit forward or whether to defend. As he did good interception there, I will say that. But like, turn around, man. Hey, Alura, foul. So when we win the ball that high up, we got to be like looking ahead with it. Like we've won the ball high up on the press. Move the ball forward. Why are we going backwards with it? like if there's options on with a pass, make the pass. Obviously, then go back in that Musa situation before if there's nothing else on. Don't just run into a sea of bodies just for the sake of it. Leao, well done. Fofana, Reinders, come on, let's get a bit of time on this ball. Teo, Reinders, he's gone for the back. It's too obvious, man. It's poor from Reinders. I do think we bring on Jimenez, Terry. I think Jimenez for Musa is an obvious sub. I think it's at a point right now where, like, whenever in build up, if it's deep, we have to try to get it to like the more creative players, man. Like Leao's got to have to drop off a bit, and because we're struggling to carve anything out here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's poor. That's poor. It's just come on. It's too easy from them. It's too easy for them. It's too easy. It's too easy. Oh, for fuck's sake. 1-0 Juve. It's too that whole move was too easy. That whole move was too easy. That whole move was too easy. Everything from the start of that move was too easy. It started off on the right side of the pitch, just as they got into our half. There was an unconvincing efforts to make the tackle from Leao and from Reinders, and then they're basically piercing through the midfield from right to left without any sort of quality to it. Like Thuram doesn't even get a good touch on the ball to control it, to trap it down. It's all poor. And then even like he's on the ball for so fucking long, and then I mean, there's only hope that he's slightly off. He is hopefully slightly off, and Emerson gets the block, and then it's Mike tries, but I just don't know. Is he off? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I mean, Emerson shouldn't tuck in that close as well. I mean, what's Thuram going to do? What, turn the shoulder and fucking skill school Gabbia? He shouldn't have tucked in that close. I don't think the goal stood. The goal stood. We are 1-0 down. This is not where we want to be. And I think we are staring into the depths of hell for our top four hunt, as Benacer loses the ball back immediately to Timothy Weah and gets a booking. We are in trouble here. We are in trouble here. We are in trouble here. 60 minutes, just 61 on the clock now. And we don't have many options to take off the bench. We're in trouble. Yeah, our midfield is fucked. You got to give praise to Motta here. I think the sub he made for Weah was instrumental. Because it's not allowed us to have an outlet to bring the ball forward, because he's just doing so well defensively to not allow us to even get the ball to like Teo, covering so much ground. So I think that the substitution and equally like Fatigue's kicking in with the midfield, but like that's such a key sub, because he's like, Yildiz, you're not going to cover ground, so I want someone that at least is going to cover ourselves. That if we can control possession, that's the fundamentals of the game. Yeah, Benacer's struggling as well. Looks like Jimenez is coming on. Does Musa go more central and then Benacer comes off? Especially now being... Yeah, Benacer's coming off, yeah. Yeah, he's fucked. So Benacer off for Jimenez, that would probably imply that Jimenez goes to the right. Musa goes more central with Fofana. Yeah. Yeah, central free again. Well, hopefully it gives us an element of unpredictability with Jimenez, but I'm I'm really worried. This is where we are. We don't have a lot. It comes back down to it. Like we've fucked around for too long in this market. We knew we needed attacking players to come in, and we've not signed anyone. And here we are. We were going into such a big fixture with skeleton squad up front, and we've got no one. Okay, and they win the ball back and charge out, and that is Weah bursting through. Come on, Tomori. Do not let fucking Weah 2-0. I said it. Weah was the best substitution for that fucking half. Shocking. That's it. There ain't no comeback tonight. Ain't no comeback tonight. It's done. It's done. No comeback tonight. And you know what? Fair play to Juve, yeah? Fair fucking play, because they deserved it for the way they came out of the second half. We're clearly like leggy. Not good enough. Don't get me wrong. Not good enough for many players at the start of this second half. Like Tomori there, bruv, man. Like, come on, man. You're not helping your cause with this shit. But like, this for me is clear on management. We knew we needed players this January. We knew we needed players. We knew we had gaps in the squad without injuries. We knew we had players in the midfield position. We knew we needed players in the attack position. And then what it takes fucking Loftus-Cheek to get injured. It takes Chukwueze to get injured. It takes Pulisic to get injured. It takes Okafor to still be on the transfer list. We are here, sitting here as this game is played 18 days into the market. We have done fuck all with it. Fuck all. We wasted time. We've wasted effort and energy on players who we've had to. Ibra says, why wouldn't Rashford want to come here? Well, what the fuck is it? Where's your agenda? Where's your thing now, Ibra? Why wouldn't Rashford want to come here? We ain't fucking here, is he? So he clearly didn't want to fucking come here. We wasted too much fucking time on that deal. Should have gave up on it a week ago, and we should have signed a fucking attacker. And now here we are with. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to be like going into a game this big and that bench being as weak as it is. Unacceptable. Fucking shit show. That's a fucking slap on Jovic at this rate. At least win my bet. I just. Oh. Juve corner. They've beaten us to every half tackle in this second half. They've beaten us to desire, willingness to play. And I do think a little bit that comes down to fatigue. I think a little bit comes down to like energy levels. And that comes down to having a thicker squad. We've played so many games every 3 fucking days. So many games. It's been non-stop. That's why their players are getting injured. And what? We're tapping into the futuro, yeah? And don't get me wrong, I love Jimenez, I love Camarda, I love Zeroli. We're tapping into futuro to save us. The futuro are fucking struggling down the bottom of Serie C. Like, that's not the answer, man. I don't fucking get it, man. Fofana, Jimenez, come on, Yimi. Into a sea of bodies and they win the ball. I've never seen. We're getting clapped here. We are getting clapped here. These first nearly 20 minutes of football, our asses have been kicked royally. No one can keep the ball for longer than 10 seconds. We're running into a sea of bodies. We're winning tackles easily. Easily, they're winning tackles. Another corner for Juve. Timothy Weah wins it again. Instrumental he's been. Fucker was on by it was onside. Yeah, this is yeah. If Conceicao had a lot to say, I think, was it the Cagliari game, about it being one of the worst halves he saw in that first half. This has probably got to top it. This has got to top it. Another corner for Juve. I swear, if we fucking sell Tomori after this game to these lot, just fucking someone send a fucking nail bomb to like Ibra's address or something like that. It's just the incompetency of this management is what they would do. Come on, Liao, we need some spark from you, bruv. But he's surrounded by bodies. He's surrounded by bodies. Moose is shit. Moose is shit. Joe. I mean, fair point, Joe. He's shit. I've said me and Loz have said this for time. He's shit. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. Go on, Tammy. Go on, Tammy. Yimmy? Oh. He's working hard, Tammy, but it's just not enough, man. Yeah, Moose is just not good enough, man. He's fucking trash. Yeah, no, yeah. We're in a bad place right now. We're in a bad place right now. They want it more. They want it more. That goal, man. What the fuck has got? I've spent the last minute watching highlights here, clips, offsides, their goal. Now the fans. What the fuck is going on? Ball's been out of play for like a minute and a half. It's still out of play. I'm still staring at Timothy Weah's fucking face. It's still out of play. I fucking hate coming to this dross football you got to watch. I mean, we know fucking better, but like, fucking hate it. And I'm still waiting for Di Gregorio to take this goal kick, and he's finally taken the goal kick. About 2 minutes after the Tammy foul on Gatti, because they know the game's over, so they're just seeing it out. Good header down from Tammy, Musa, Jimenez into a sea of bodies, bruv. Again, Jimenez, bruv. Come on, sort your fucking game out. Emerson, foul. I think it's a foul. Yeah, it's a foul. And a yellow card. That's annoying. I need 2 fouls for Teo and Tomori. That's really annoying. Oy. I'm gonna not challenge what you're saying, Raven, about Musa and his age. I've seen raw players come in, and get this game time and do well with it. And if you're not up for it, then you're poor. You're poor. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Same shit happened to Tonali. Everyone too raw. Tammy, good knockdown. Oh. Everyone said the same shit about Tonali. Yeah. Too raw. First, 6, 7, 8 months. Got a lot of game time. Second season, bang. I'm not even expecting Tonali level of fucking quality here, but like, just not good enough, man. Like, what like, the positions he's playing in, he's used to. We're not telling him to fucking play striker here. Go on, Leo, head up. Emerson, do something, please. Jimenez has been shit since he's come on. Shit. He's just fucking bonked into. I mean, someone fucking clip that? That's one for the ages. Can someone clip that moment where Jimenez and Musa, the two shittest players on the pitch right now, just crash into each other in an attempt to tackle and Bangala, what his fucking name is. Emerson's coming off now. I think that must be for Camarda. Okay, we go. But what I mean, can someone fucking clip that? That's embarrassing. That's over for Emerson. Douglas Luiz comes off for Coop Miners. Defensive substitution. I mean, this game's fucking done anyway. It's done at 1-0. Only thing I'm after is my bloody bet to come in, but I need some fouls from Teo and Tonali. Tomori, not Tonali. Musa, bruv. What? It doesn't matter how fucking close that ball is into our half. Let them take the free kick. We're 2-0 down. It's not making it easy to like. Okay, ball's gone back. Camarda's pretty much playing up front with Tammy, and then I don't even know what his formation this is, but it's probably just kind of work rate. We'll try to create something. Camarda's going to have to just run for everyone here. Yeah. Musa needs to be sold. No fucking loans. Sell him. Good ball from Jimenez to Musa. Come on, what you got, lad? What you got? Prove me wrong. Shit ball. Directly at Kalulu. Doesn't even beat the first man. I stand corrected. All right, I'll take that. It's a Tomori foul, which I kind of need. Not got a single corner this half as well. That's pretty shit. Ay. Good interception from Jimenez, who's effectively playing right back right now. So giving everyone what they want. I think Walker walked straight into this team, like straight away, off the fucking medical and at right back. Gone. Did you? Reinders again with a fucking block shot. Like 5, I think I've seen so far this game. 5 block shots, which could have been clear goal scoring opportunities. Because you know why? They want it more than us right now tonight. Teo. And he just holds onto the ball for too long and Juventus clear it. They want it more than us. We should have been a goal up in the first half. We didn't take those chances. Gabia spreads it to Jimenez. We've got them a little bit deep in here, but Jimenez got to do well here. Oh, that's a foul, surely, no? That's a foul, no? Kalulu and Musa looked like... Was it at the edge of the box? Or maybe who was that? Kalulu or Mangala? Yes, Kalulu, definitely. It was the edge of the box. He stamped on his foot. So well drawn in there by Musa. So this is a key free kick here for Milan. Probably not an angle I'd probably warrant a shooting opportunity, even for Teo here on a stronger left foot, but we need to score here. Yeah. There's still time, but it's just not good enough. As Teo and TG stand over this free kick. I mean, there's a lot of the back post there. Teo. Oh, he's rocketed it, but it's just not good enough. Tevachano and Jovic come on as subs. Tevachano, Jovic. I mean, who the fuck's coming off? Reinders is coming off for Tevachano. And Jovic for Tammy. Clearly just out of energy right now. Ay. No, we are desperate. We've got nothing left off the bench sharpshooter. Tammy's clearly like he's not looking healthy. Not obviously substitutions to try to keep the shape somewhat alive, but like not to completely cripple us for the rest of the season because Tammy's clearly not looking great coming off the bench. Gabia's gone back to Mike. Mike needs an option there. Has none. Goes long. Straight back to Thuram. Kamada straight into Thuram, but wins the ball back. Jovic, go on. Here we go. Counter-attack. Teo. He needs options. It's basically a 5 versus 4 moment here. Teo. Teo. Oh! What happened there? Corner for Milan. That could have been a key moment there for Milan. Key moment. 80th minute on the clock. Time is running out. Teo Channels couldn't trap that ball down well enough. It's a great run from Teo. Teo corner. Goes to the other side and no one picks it up. Goal kick. Vlahovic is now coming on. And I think it's Fagioli as well. Okay, playing that from the back now. Teo goes long for Leao, but Gatti's got the coverage there. Goes back to Di Gregorio, but good chase down from Camarda. Musa does well to keep that ball in possession. Come on, Musa, head up. What happened there? All right, he's won the foul. Substitution for Juve. I think this is Vlahovic and Fagioli coming on for Gonzalez and Thuram. This is so poor, man. This is so poor. I just lose things to say at this point. I think it just Fofana, man. Well done. Let's just stick with the game. We'll talk about it later. Leao just tries to, shit ball. 83 minutes on the clock. We're looking like we're barely even creating goal scoring opportunities, let alone getting 2 or 1 even back into this game. Conceicao still screaming on the on the touchline. As Mottas has a nice swig of water. This lost. I mean, like, yeah, it's some interesting questions now. I mean, it's like, you know, our unbeaten run under Conceicao is now gone. This mentality that hard working element is there. I just think we've been done over by management here. Like the January should have been backed with signings. Like same shit again. We're just so late. Juventus have signed. They've not even come to this game with signings that they've made. But I think if they've signed already 2 players, they've known they've had an issue and they've gone, all right, straight. We're gonna deal with that immediately. We're such a fucking opportunity-based club. It's crippling. It's crippling to our development. We do not work with initiative as a club. With signing and selling players, we are too fucking slow. We still have the likes of Origi and Ballatore and Jovic and Okafor still now. They're still employed at the club. We've sold barely any players. Conceicao's thrown his jacket because he's had enough. And we signed none either. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And that, for me, comes down to thinking this squad doesn't need any additions immediately. We have fucked a massive opportunity in the season because we have not been strong enough, willing enough to invest and then deal with it later. We have fucked about too long for players like Rashford and have nothing to come out of it from. We needed those players against Cagliari where we were chasing the game and we had 9 corners against their 1 and we should have got 3 points and we came away with 1 point. We scraped through Como and we have now gotten our asses beat at Juventus, which is a valuable 6-pointer for them. This is our own doing as a club because of management and their incapableness to fucking add to the squad. It's ridiculous. Gabbia, Terracciano, there's no hope in this game because their shape right now is just so condensed in the midfield. We're not going to break through it, let alone create a goal scoring opportunity. Thick. What the fuck was that? Well done from Fofana. Well done, Musa. What the fuck was that shot? But it's gone out for a corner. My fucking bet as well. Ah, such a shame. I genuinely think I don't know who's going to score a goal before each other. Like, who's the first one to score a goal between Musa and Emerson Royale? I don't think either of them score a goal in their Man career. I don't think they're going to be long enough to be in their career to score a goal. I think they'll be like kicked out before they do. But like, it's a genuine question. Do you think Musa or Emerson Royale will score a goal first in the Milan shirt? Another corner for Milan. Teo now on the right side of the pitch, goes back to Leao. We got our left-sided players on the right side. Not where you want them to be. But the ball shifts over to Terracciano, who goes back to Jimenez. There's nothing on here. We've got to try to get that ball in the box with the bodies in there. Teo, cut into your left. Come on. Fofana, what's your distribution like? Not great. And Juventus got the ball back. And our press is shit. And they're actually carving through us. But Leao's done a really good job to win that ball back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just under 89 minutes on the clock here, and we are nowhere closer to having a goal scoring opportunity. Teo, Leao on the ball. Jovic does really well to control that there, though. Oh, that's a good cross. It's a good cross, and Kamada gets the header. It's just not with enough conviction to be on target, though. Good work from Jovic there. Really good work from Jovic. Controls the ball really well, which wasn't a great pass from Leao, and shifts the shoulder and then gets the cross in there. It was good play, but not enough. I don't know if number 17 is for you, kind of. I'm out of words here. It's such a deflating result. Such a deflating result. Tomori headers it out. Locatelli. I mean, it was 4 minutes on the clock left. Musa wins the foul. I mean, it's barely enough time to even carve out a chance, let alone to get 2 goals here. Gabbia brings the ball forward. Musa. Fofana. Not bad ball to Jovic in the middle. Spread it out. Really well done. Teo Hernandez. There's a lot of bodies in there. Get the cross in. Goes to Leao. Can't control the ball. That's really shit from Leao there. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on if you want. There's a lot of bodies in the box. He could do with a cross, and Gabby goes for a long distance shot, and it's gone out for a goal kick. It should have been the cross from Teo. Just everything about that was shit. Everything about that was shit. I just kind of want the ref to blow the whistle now, man. I've seen enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jovic wins the ball back. It's just... I'm just curious to see. I'm really happy to see... I'm actually excited to see what Conceicao has to say after this game. In a way that's going to be very critical of the players' performances. But for me, words are obviously great, but it's like, what do we do in the market? It's just... I'm out of words on how fucking shit this management is. How poor this management is. They should all be fucking fired. They should all be fired. Ibra in the fucking changing room after they won a Super Cup, standing there gloating like a prick, talking about this is what it means, and we spoke about before the season, all this shit. If you're a player of fucking quality and like he was, how do you stare at this squad and go, that's good enough? How do you stare at these attacking players that you've got under your disposal? Tammy Abraham, Morata, Jovic, a young Camarda, Okafor, Chukwueze. How do you look at these attacking players as an ex-attacker yourself and go, yeah, these players are good enough. These players are good enough for me. Like, no, they're not. They're not good enough, man. And you're fucking behind that shit. Forlani, Moncada, Scaroni, man, they're all fucking just as bad as each other. The Fantastic Four pricks. All led by bloody Cardinale. And this fucking can't even make the 125th anniversary of a club, let alone a Super Cup fixture. Arsehole, man. Fucking. Oh, just. Dead management. Shit rolls downhill. Don't deserve it, man. They don't deserve to be in these positions of the club. Yeah, fucking full-time. Full-time. That was awful. It was fucking awful. I'm not staying on for too long after this game because it's fucking dross. We did fuck all in that second half. I'm going to swear a lot here. I'm going to try not to. We did nothing in that second half. Nothing in that second half. They wanted it more than us. The substitution for Timothy Weah was instrumental for Juventus to take charge and beat us from a work rate perspective. So hats off to fucking Motta, who essentially made the substitution of the game that won it for them. Not only I'm not even taking the goal, of course, he scored a goal, but what he did to completely nullify our left side by bringing on Timothy Weah was the key substitution. And that happens when you have a bench, when you have players you can bring off the bench that can change the game. Who do we have? After Jimenez, who had an awful game, we brought on Jovic, we brought on Terracciano. Fuck it, who else did we bring on? Camarda. Those aren't subs you could be making in a game this big, let alone even if it's against Cadri or Como. Those are not subs that you could be bringing on at a game of this magnitude, of a club of this magnitude, and be considering ourselves as competitive. Pioli went through injury crises worse than this and got a lot better out of it. So I do have to question a bit out of the overall work rate of the players. Does it come into coaching and stuff like that as well? Don't get me wrong, but we are well farther beyond than where we should be at that time of Pioli, scrapping the fucking transfer market barrels just to get some players in the club because we had no money. We've got fucking money as a club. We've got fucking money. Yet we waste time after time in the market and do fuck all with it. Fuck all with it. We waste the last few days of the summer. We knew what we needed. We didn't get it. We started the window. We knew we were light. We had Fofana, we had Reinders working overtime in midfield. They're clearly tired. They are tired because they played every game out of necessity because Benacer got injured. Yet you do not make the priority transfer at the start, immediate start of the market. Let's sign a midfielder. No, let's try to see if Benacer can come off a long injury, off the back of another long injury, and see if he's a player that he was. After seeing Musa and Loftus-Cheek put up stinker after stinker for half a season, you think that's good enough? It's not fucking good enough. The immediate priority for Milan should have been at the start of this window. The first 5 to 10 days was to get Friendrup in, Warren Bondo in, fucking someone in of quality to immediately come in and give us an option off the bench. To rotate, to give us energy. Because what you saw tonight was one club who had options off the bench, one club who has addressed the issues through the transfer market already. They're already talking to us about a fucking centre-back player that they want from us. And I swear to God, if they fucking sell Tomori to Juventus and I wake up to that news over the next 3 to 5 days, send a fucking nail bomb to Ibra's address and the rest of them idiots Yeah, let's go help a rival out because they have the initiative to deal with the injury crisis of their squad issues at their disposal. Yet we are going to sit here and react. We are going to sit here and wait to do something and wait for opportunities. AC fucking opportunities. Because what? Because we're not willing to fucking work of initiative. Because we have to be beggars. We have to beg players. Because then allegedly you hear people are saying everyone should want to come to Milan. That's why Rashford's linked to us. Where the fuck is he now? Waste. This stream ain't staying on for too long, guys. I'm fucking pissed of seeing this result as a result of management and how poor they are. If anyone should get the fucking sack, it should be the 5 fucking banditos up front who control the decision tree of our club. Shocking. Cardinale didn't even fucking watch the game. Probably didn't know the fucking game was on. He's probably in America. I don't know what the fuck he does anyway. Sticking his fat thumb up his fucking ass, doing nothing with his days, trying to rack up another 100 mil to keep his loan alive. You got fucking Ibra who's gonna doing probably adverts with fucking Speed, trying to probably sign Speed or something like that. You got Fulani looking like a fucking rat. He's probably in the trenches, the tunnels of Turin, trying to eat some fucking cheese. Scaroni, no one knows what he fucking does still. Years into his tenure at the club. And Moncada's too busy fucking scouting a 16-year-old down the street to help the Futuro out, to let alone even fucking help the senior squad. That's how shit our fucking management is. That's how shit our management is. You can't tell what half of them even do as a job. And the other half are just so incapable. What's the fucking point? Five arseholes, 5 useless men who are in positions that they do not deserve to be in. Ibra's only in that position because of clout, because he was a legend of the game. No knowledge of what to do. No one even knows what his fucking job is, man. And he'll come out with some sarky shit after the fucking game about this, that, and the other and pop up when they fucking win. Anyway. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Yeah, Futuro shit as well. Shit project that was. We fucking taken all their fucking best players to play off the bench. Zeroli's in the squad every fucking week. Doesn't even get a game. I'm not saying I want him to have a game, but that's how fucking shit. Like, make this make sense. Probably one of the best players for the Futuro, Kevin Zeroli, is on the bench every fucking game for Milan. Doesn't play, so he travels with the squad. So he's not developing as a player. So he travels with the squad, never fucking plays a minute, even off the bench, even though we have an injury issue in the midfield. Like, how much of a poor design of a business are we? Because it becomes a point of a business where you have to factor in the senior squad and the Futuro, because we sign players with the money of a business to fill in both teams. Yet we are calling up Zeroli, one of the better players of a shocking Futuro side, who are clearly looking like they're probably going to get fucking relegated. And we're going, yeah, we need you to help out the senior squad. And he's not even fucking getting any fucking minutes. Like, it just shows you such incapable thought thinking of how to build a squad or manage a squad, that like decisions like that are happening. Like, Camarda is not ready for this level right now. I'm sorry. He's not ready for this level right now. He should be playing in these lower divisions to build up his experience. He's still young. He's still a raw player. Yet we're having to call upon him because our fucking attack is so dross. Like, that for me is not a sign of like pride. Primavera players were given opportunities, yes, sometimes out of desperation, but because they were ready and they were good enough, they're ready to come in. These players who are giving their opportunities right now are not ready to come in. It's out of desperation. And that, for me, is an indictment on how poor the squad building has been from this management for the senior squad, that the Futuro squad has also had to suffer from that. Anyway, we've lost tonight. We are now 6 points behind you there. Yes, we got a game in hand, but against a Bologna side who's right now above us, we are sitting in 8th place in the table. It's been great to have everyone on who has joined, despite seeing another horrendous game. Yeah, fucking hell, what's happened to Liberali? Look, have a great rest of your weekend. We play Parma next Sunday. We need to win that game. No excuses. We have a home game against Girona midweek, I believe, which we need to win. Hopefully we'll sign a fucking player by then. Look, I'm out of words. But as Lorenzo said when he was with me at the start of the stream, we will be doing pub chat tomorrow morning. So look out for that. Maybe close the play tomorrow, maybe start Monday. Obviously, I'll hopefully be a somewhat of a slightly better mood. But it's been a pleasure, guys. I'm signing off. Look forward to Sergio's comments after the game. I know he loves to do interviews after the games instead of before the game. Yeah. Out of words now, which is hard for someone like me. Thank you, guys. I'm going to end the stream there, guys, and we'll catch up next time.